I cut out all distractions and now I have too much of free time in my hands. Cutting out distractions is supposed to, of course, be a positive thing, but I'm seeing the downside of cutting out distractions now. Before, I would usually be occupied scrolling on my phone, listening to loud, fast music, watching TV series, watching movies, watching comedy skits, content, and all of that. But when I saw what these things was doing to my brain, when I saw how it has fried my dopamine receptors that I have no interest in real life things anymore, then I did a challenge to cut out all distractions from my life, things that actually induces dopamine the bad way. I cut them out. And now here I am with too much of free time in my hands. I wake up super early. I start my day properly with the things I'm meant to start my day with: meditation, gratitude journaling, cleaning my surroundings, taking care of my house, and starting my day the right way. But before noon, before midday, I'm done with everything I have to do because I have nothing to distract me. Immediately I wake up, I start doing everything I needed to do. Before noon, afternoon time, I'm done with all I have to do for the day. And don't you think that I don't have a lot of productive things to do? If I show you my to-do list, you'll see how much work I have to do throughout the day. But before 12, I'm done. Now I have so much free time in my hands with nothing to do. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to manage this, really. Because we feel that, okay, distractions is why you're not making progress, is why you're not growing. But now I've cut out distractions and I have too much free time in my hands. But I figured out what I could actually do. It's just about adding more and more productive tasks to your day because you don't want to be degenerate. You don't want to start scrolling if you have free time. You don't want to start listening to dopamine inducing music. You don't want to start hanging out with retards. You don't want to start spending time doing the things that you once avoided. You don't want to start doing all these things anymore. Because now that you have free time, what would happen? You might have to go back to your bad habits, which I don't want to. Because if you're anything like me watching these videos that I'm making, then obviously you want to better your life. You want to reject the modern excess. You want to restore your human balance, the primal way in which you are meant to be. And I teach that you cut out all distractions. But now that you've cut out all distractions, and this thing is actually happening to me, I've cut out all these distractions. Now I have so much free time that I have to start figuring out what to add to this free time. Maybe I need to start going for exercises more, going to the gym more. Maybe I have to start now spending more time with loved ones and people I care about. Maybe I have to start taking evening walks. Maybe I have to start even reading more. This is for me to figure out. But then I just want to put to your notice that you will soon be in this position. The fact that I don't have free time happens as a result of you having too much distractions, too much entertainment, too much constant stimulation. You will soon get to this stage where you've listened to my video over and over again and you are now able to cut out all these distractions. Congratulations. But there will be a time where you have so much of free time because there are no distractions. Those things that usually take up your time space, scrolling, video games, loud fast music, gambling, eating junk food, hanging out with people that don't even add value to your lives, At this point, when you cut out all these distractions and you see that you have too much free time in your hands, now you want to start adding things that are more productive so that you won't fall back to your bad habits. So I'm just putting this to your notice prior to that time. so that you'll be prepared. There will be a time where you will have so much of free time in your hands. And if you're not careful enough, you'll go back to your bad habits. So my advice in this video is figure out things that you need to add to your free time. Before you start adding these things, cut out distractions first, because basically to get the benefits of this self-improvement, basically it's all about deducting some things from your life. It's not even about doing more things. You'll hear people teaching you, start going to the gym more, start reading, start walking, meditating, gratitude journaling, start reading more, start going out with good friends, that's what self-improvement enthusiasts will actually teach you. But I would say, cut out all distractions first. And then when you have enough free time, you start adding things. Like I said earlier, I had so much free time in my hands in the day that now I'm now trying to figure out what to add, because I didn't get a handout from anybody. I had to learn it by myself the hard way. Through trial and error, I had to learn it the hard way by myself. If I had someone that would tell me earlier that I would get to this position where I will have so much free time in my hands with nothing to do, I would have been happier, but I didn't have anybody to tell me all this. I learned it the hard way, and now I'm putting it to you that you should be well prepared ahead of time, because this time will come where after you've cut out all the scrolling, all the addictions, all the video games, all the movies and all of that, after cutting it out, you have so much free time in your hands. And the caveat is you don't have to always be 24/7 productive like a robot. No. Even sometimes taking that walk is beneficial to your brain. So I'm not saying you should always be working 24/7 when you have free time in your hands. Now you should now start looking for work to do. No, I'm not saying that. Even taking a walk is beneficial to your brain, that you won't fall back to your addictions and your bad habits. Calling a friend works for you. Spending time with loved ones works well. So it's not that you need to start looking for more work to do. When you have free time in your hands, you could go to the gym in the evening. You don't basically have to start lifting heavy weights because you want to be a bodybuilder. But then, for your health, for fitness, you can start going to the gym more, do more cardio, do some resistance training, go out in the evening, go to some good restaurants, eat good food, call a friend to come over, spend good time, hang out with friends, take evening walks, sit in nature, so go and sit in your garden, see the birds flying around, take a walk, have some fun, play around. This might even be better for your brain than working all day. So when I say you have free time in your hands, I need to start figuring out what to put into those free time. You don't have to always be productive. Once you've done the productive things you've scheduled for the day, then you could just unwind, listen to music, take some drink and all. Right? So this is what I've realized. This is an enlightenment for me, because it shows that I actually had more time in the day than anybody else. But because I've used this time to scroll and do all sorts of mindless behaviors, I thought 24 hours was short. Not doing 24 hours is a whole lot of time during the day to achieve what I need to achieve. The fact that I wake up super early gave me so much time during the day that before 12 in the afternoon, I've checked my list of things I want to do for the day. Now I have free time. What do I want to do with this time? In order for me not to go back to degeneracy, scrolling, going back to my addictions and bad habits, then I have to fix something into this time block, which, like I mentioned earlier, I could just be taking walks, going to the gym, going for shopping, going to buy things you need, clean your surroundings, clean your environment. So your brain will have a break and then you function better. It's actually good for your mental health. You have free time to do things that you want to do, right? And that's just a realization. Not really an advice though, but it's just a simple realization of what you should expect when you start cutting out distractions and you are more aligned on this path. Thank you for being here.